Hello everyone, Shadefire here, and today we're taking a first impressions look at something a little different. This is Assassin's Creed Liberation HD, a PC port of Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation, the Vita exclusive Assassin's Creed game. I don't know why they took the 3 out of the name, but this is sort of a tie-in that was released alongside Assassin's Creed 3 for the PlayStation Vita that takes place, I believe, before it story-wise. Now, I never played Assassin's Creed 3. I've only played earlier ones, so I won't exactly know the tie-ins, but I mean, it takes place in 18th century America, before the Civil War, as opposed to during it. And I believe it's set in Louisiana, in New Orleans. So let's just get in here. I don't have a Vita, never played. It's weird that you can change the name. Whatever, we'll just leave the default. So I have no experience with Liberation, but I have not heard good things about it.
Connect with the past. Relive history. Using Abstergo's incredible research into genetic memory, Animus gives you the chance to game within the past. The product you have purchased allows you to access the memories of Aveline de Grandpré, an 18th century assassin caught between the worlds, fighting to find her true purpose. Make history yours. History is our playground. Animus.
So really, the protagonist is the only thing that sounds particularly interesting about this, since Aveline is a black assassin, black female assassin, in the 18th century when slavery was still at its height. Well, HD might be pushing it a bit here. I mean, I guess technically it is running in 720. Alright, our tutorial mission is catching a chicken. This is going to teach us how to assassin. We're going to assassinate the shit out of this chicken. I've also never played an Assassin's Creed game on the PC. I've pretty much played them all on 360.
Perfect for plantation work, monsieur. Look at this one. Hard-working, strong, healthy too. I told you to keep your place, Congo. As I was saying, monsieur, this one is strong as an ox. It's in good health, and all, not counting the missing toes.
Who is he talking to? There's no one looking at him. I guess that guard's not going to let us by because we're a child. Not counting the bit in Assassin's Creed 2, where you are a baby Ezio, I think this is the first Assassin's Creed game to have a child section in it. I don't know, maybe Connor has a kid section in 3. Again, not really experienced with 3.
Mes respects. Pardon, madame.
You there! Bantling pest! I'll have you arrested! Ah!
Okay, so this is one of those tutorials where if I just stand here, nothing will happen unless I press E or hold E. So, Assassin's Creed combat has never been super complicated to begin with, and considering that this was made for a handheld, it seems like it's been simplified even more.
Aveline? Ma chérie, you were shouting again. Was it the nightmare?
Oui. Only a dream. I'm sorry to have woken you.
Shh, ma chérie, shh. Never apologize. A mother worries, even a stepmother.
Thank you, Madeleine. Maman, do you worry too? Did you forget me? Or are you gone? In any case, the night has better uses than sleep.
So it's another, I guess, Altair situation here. Situation. In that our protagonist is already an assassin when we come to them, instead of, Ezio or I believe Connor, where they find out their relations to assassins and become one. Or Assassin's Creed 4, where you're not even an assassin, you're just a pretend assassin. Alright, got Leap of Faith, obviously. Always in every Assassin Creed.
We have uncovered news of a plantation from which slaves are vanishing. The owners reported their escape, but our network can find no trace of them. If you don your slave guise, perhaps you can investigate this mystery from within. A dressing chamber has been prepared for you in a strategic location. From the top of the cathedral, you will see it.
So that's the other mechanic I heard about with this game. Essentially, we have different dresses, or different outfits that let us sort of change how we interact with the game. Obviously as a slave, we kind of keep our head down, we can sneak into places where slaves are supposed to be. And I don't know what the other two are. I believe one of them is like a rich lady or something. Which kind of seems like what we already are, an adopted rich lady's daughter. Yeah. This is a thing I don't think is in any other Assassin's Creed. These sort of like, hey, this is the way you have to go bubbles. Usually it's just a marker on the map. Oh, jeez. Almost missed that. It wouldn't be an Assassin's Creed game without accidental leaps off of buildings when you were just trying to cross them. But yeah, I assume things like the simplified combat and the little waypoint bubbles and stuff are all just to make it simpler for on the go, since obviously this is a PSP game. And all the climbing and oh shit. All the climbing and shit's the same. You look for the little things you can grab onto. Where's Ubisoft Sofia? So I think that shot right there is a good example of why this game's not really that HD, because all that stuff in the distance does not look great. I mean, yeah, they're using higher res textures, you know, there's probably more lighting effects, but overall it does not look that much better than a PSP game. Which, again, graphics aren't the most important thing, but a lot of the Assassin's Creed games have looked pretty good for their relative generations. Like, obviously 2 doesn't look very good now, but it did when it came out. It was like, wow, look at this big Venetian landscape. That's probably a bad example since Venice is the last city you go to. So, you know, usual Assassin's Creed mechanics. You climb a tall tower, it marks all the things on the map around you. Now we just have to get to our dress location, which is, I guess, that person thing on the left. I know I'm not really super explaining the game mechanics or anything, but, I mean, I figure everyone knows something about Assassin's Creed. It's been around long enough. There's what? 5, 6... There's like 6 or 7 Assassin's Creed games now. I'm sure everybody's had a hand on them at some point or seen someone else play them. Alright, so here's our Final Fantasy X2 dress sphere system. So the lady's kind of useless, it sounds like. You can't do any of the assassin-y things. You can just sneak by guards by being charming. And so the slave can run normally, blend in, but doesn't have all your weapons, and your Assassin's Creed is for combat. The assassin persona is always notorious, and guards are quick to notice her. Maybe if she wore, like, a normal outfit? Someone pointed this out to me, and I haven't been able to not notice it since, but all of the Assassin's Creed characters after, like, 1 really don't fit in with everyone else around them. I mean, even in 1, you know, he was wearing, like, a white robe, but people wore robes back then. I don't think anybody in 18th century New Orleans covered themselves in leather and straps and buckles. Anyhow, let's switch to the slave persona. Assassin's Creed costume design. Over. Though I should probably clarify, I don't actually mind the way they look, they just don't fit in.
A perfect cover. Hide in a wagon and follow the cart to discover the location without being seen.
I like when you turn quickly like this, she kind of looks like she's doing a drunken stagger, the way her feet cross over. So presumably if we run, we're gonna attract I keep saying notoriety, since obviously, you know, black slave running, they must have stole something, or trying to escape. That is pretty much the mentality of a 18th century slave owner. So the slave has some sneaking abilities, but they also get caught easier, so I guess you gotta be careful with the slave. Really, it doesn't feel like this changes the gameplay up that much, though. It just basically gates off certain things you can't do when you're in a different costume, instead of just having you have all these abilities. Like, it literally said one of the slave special abilities is carrying crates to blend in. Couldn't we do that as, you know, regular assassin chick? Sure, it'd be weird, but she's carrying a crate. She's probably not a criminal. And I guess we don't even bother having the explanation of why Aveline here can climb so well on things. You know, they kind of brush it to the side in Assassin's Creed 2 by making it like, oh, you know, that's what young Italian men do in their spare time. They climb the roofs and jump around. But, like, she's a slave in 18th century New Orleans where there isn't exactly a lot of tall buildings, so there isn't really much reason for her to be climbing. On this episode of First Impressions, I tear down the common conceptions of an Assassin's Creed game. Yes.
Ray, they found a bit of light.
Sneaky like. Nobody will see us coming. Or going. Alright. Just gotta follow that horse with the floating poles next to it.
Un trop-plein d'énergie.
Okay. Now we're just somewhere else. I guess we Metal Gear Solid to a new location by hiding in the thing. I'm just bringing something in for the massa. But how many slaves are allowed to have a pouch? That doesn't seem like common slave attire. Why is that guy suspicious? Is that the slave master? Oh. I guess that just means the objective, and not just talk to all the slaves. Very specific slaves.
Who are you? How did you get past the guards? We have plenty of trouble here already. Don't need no more.
I'm Aveline, a friend. Slaves have been reported escaped, but none has yet reached any safe house. My contacts fear the worst.
If you're a spy, Aveline, you won't find no cause for persecution here. My brothers have vanished, then my aunt. Today my youngest sister, Therese. They ain't escaped, as you say. They're taken. Besides, Therese would never survive on her own.
I'll find her. If any have trodden through these fields, they must have left tracks.
It's a shame that talking to these slaves apparently vaporized my crate. Alright, got a little bit of Assassin's Creed 3 tree climbing, instead of just buildings. Yeah, it's certainly a less impressive scouting point than, like, a chapel. Oh, that was a bad idea. Don't want to stick around too much. I am gonna attract suspicion. Since I'm not doing any work. I just like jump over these guys.
Don't be afraid, Therese. I'm a friend. Who did this? Your master?
No. This son. Oh, please help.
Be strong. I'll get you to safety.
You'll pay for this. Guards, hurry! We've got rats in the barn.
Alright, now I got a machete. What? Guards are hitting each other. Alright. I'm trying to like block and shit, but let's just stab him.
This nightmare. I can't take no more.
His terror is over, Therese. Stay with me. We must hurry.
Unclear whether she was sexually abused or just physically. Alright, let's just fucking kill everyone on this plantation. I'm sure that's not an option, but it should be. Took care of those three pretty easily.
Aveline, my daughter, wandering alone at dawn. Where have you been?
After the nightmare, I went to take air. Dear stepmother, I'm grown now. You needn't worry for my safety.
You underestimate the dangers of
did
the
you
world.
forget your audio there?
If not your safety, then to your reputation. Why must
In
you be
truth,
so headstrong?
Madeleine, I'm in need of your
I
assistance.
wish you would.
I'm afraid it's urgent.
What now?
While walking, I was startled by cries of distress. Following them, I discovered a woman, a slave, badly wounded.
Where is she? I will send help.
She awaits in a wagon outside in the street.
Aveline!
Don't be cross. I knew you'd know the thing to do. I couldn't risk leaving her to perish, or worse.
Or worse! You have already sentenced her to persecution by your very impulsiveness. Very well. I will not turn my back now, not that you have left me much choice. I will see that she is treated in utmost discretion.
Thank you, Madeleine.
In the meantime, hurry to town and fetch her new traveling clothes. Go quickly. We have no time to lose.
Alright, so now we're stuck as the lady, I guess. She can run, but she can't climb. And apparently she gets harassed by muggers. Alright, so you can see up there under our health bar we actually do have all three notoriety ratings for our personas, and it looks like we can reduce them even when we're not playing as that persona. For those of you unfamiliar with the Assassin's Creed games, basically notoriety just affects how quickly guards will recognize that you're an assassin. So if it's really high, as soon as you walk past someone, they'll be like, hey, it's you! So by reducing it, you make it easier to sneak around. Oh look, we can buy different outfits for our different outfits. What? Sure. That doesn't really look like traveling clothes, though. Gotta go back to the Grand Prix. Oh, it's a slave. I was like, what is this blue marker? Oh yeah, I can't climb. I was gonna see what that chest is.
Je suis désolée, vraiment. Je ne sais pas. Qu'est-ce que le chien a répondu à la
Alright.
poule?
Oh, so when you're charm guards, they follow you, which I guess you could use to not get mugged. Mazel, I brought back a gentleman caller.
Aveline, late to lunch and looking ashen again. I fear you are not resting enough.
Oh, Papa. I'll take my
He says
rest when
lunch,
this life is exhausted.
But it's pitch
You will
black
hasten
outside.
that end at this rate. I do fear you are more like your father than is fit for a lady. A chip of the same block. In passing, Monsieur Blanc requests your assistance at the warehouse. I dare say he has work to offer.
Is that all he has to offer? I should think for all his attention, he would request your hand.
All the same, it's the work that interests me.
Philippe.
Oh, dear me. By the turn of this conversation, it would appear I have lingered too long at this table. If you'll excuse me.
Good day, Papa.
There, he is gone. I can tell you now, Aveline. I have taken care of everything. Your friend will be safe. If you have any more womanly problems, do not hesitate to see me.
I don't know if you saw that, but she's apparently just eating a whole dead fish. Not cooked or anything, it just looks like, yeah, threw a fish on the plate. Okay. Did you really need to load me into a different area just to show me that? Sure, let's do a mission. I was hoping we'd get to actually, like, you know, sneaky assassinate somebody.
Second time this month. Customer relations are strained enough without shipments disappearing.
Your frustration is understandable, monsieur. In your position, I should demand a full investigation. Please, let me look into it. I will go talk to Monsieur de Saint-Maxent at once.
Most grateful, Monsieur Blanc. At least I know I can always rely on you.
Our slave-freeing actions are fucking up our adoptive father's business. Oh boy. It's the best kind of mission from Assassin's Creed, and really any open-world game. GTA does these too, and it's always terrible. You just have to very slowly walk after somebody. Oh, now I'm too far away. As long as you have them in your camera, even if you can't actually see them from your character's perspective. This would be a lot easier if I could follow them from the rooftops, but we're still in the lady persona. I'm fairly certain that somebody's going to try to mug us during this just to be inconvenient, like these two guys.
My boy, the cargo is stolen from this very ship. I have no more means of retrieving it than you do.
Oui, monsieur. That is indeed troubling. Well, what would you suggest then?
I know this much. The devil had the gall to impersonate my dress and my signature. Can you imagine?
No, monsieur. Imagination has never been my, strong suit. If it's not too much trouble, may I look at your books?
My books? I'd interrogate the captain. If this crew takes bribes, I'd wager he's no less corruptible.
New shoes for my boy.
We're a woman, so obviously
Are
we can
you
just
the
charm
captain
our
of this
targets.
ship?
Si. Capitan Carlos Dominguez, at your service.
Ah, Spaniards. I charmed him, didn't I?
May we speak in private, Capitan?
Who am I to refuse such a comely creature? Come.
But his quarters are down there, aren't they? Unless he just sleeps behind the wheel.
Would you be so kind as to tell me what happened with Monsieur de Saint-Maxent's shipment?
Why would you want to know? Bah! Don't you worry, my little Angel. The cargo found its way to the intended recipient. Let me pour you a cup. I dare you to tell me this isn't the best Madeira wine that ever graced your heavenly lips.
If you insist, Capitan.
I do. You will not find a better vintage in all of the New World.
I'm intrigued. Truly. They hid the goods in 2 warehouses.
Alright, we've once again mysteriously teleported. Now, I'm guessing this is because it's a portable game. These missions are broken up into smaller chunks, but it feels kind of disjointed because of it. Alright. Of course, we have Eagle Vision. Wouldn't be an assassin otherwise. What clue? How do I turn it off? I'm hammering it off. Oh, do I just... Ah, there we go. That wall. Or those footprints that we weren't even looking close to. Alright, we can't climb. I keep trying to do it, and it just doesn't let us. Why would you ever want to play as the lady? Seriously.
My, it must be my birthday or something.
I don't know what he did there. He just like grabbed my hand and let go. Okay. Just wanted to harass me a little bit.
My lady, under any other circumstances.
Yeah, go fuck them up, I guess. I don't even know what's happening.
My, I would be like...
Okay. There we go. It says kill witnesses to reduce the notoriety, but do we even have a weapon right now? I can't switch... Oh, there we go. I was gonna say, I can't switch my hidden blades with the scroll wheel. I'm not sure what this icon on the minimap is. Oh, smuggler, I guess. Dog confirmed. Wow, he's got a lot of neck. Very kill, much assassin. Wow. That's what the kids are saying these days, right?
I am terribly grateful for your assistance, Mademoiselle de Grandpré. But how did you ever... Never mind. Just please, tell your father to expect a considerable discount for his trouble.
I have nothing to say about this. Alright, well, I think that is that is enough assassinating for today. We didn't really kill a lot of people. Just some random... In fact, let's make up for that before we close it off here. Let's just go try to kill some guards. Excuse me, sir. Do you have the time? Oh, well, never mind. I was gonna fight them, but... I kind of killed both of them by accident. I feel like that's another thing that changes over the course of Assassin's Creed games. They sort of ramp up the protagonist's murderability. Like, you know, in the first game you could stab a dude, you could fight a dude, and you could counter dudes. In Assassin's Creed 2, they're like, let's put let's put 2 assassin hidden blades in, and you can kill 2 dudes at once. And then, by the time of Assassin's Creed 4, you can, like, murder, like, 5 people in a second. I did it again, I tried to climb. Alright, so this is Assassin's Creed Liberation HD, available on Steam, I think. Probably also available on Ubisoft's, whatever that thing's called. The thing that what they make you install with your games. And, I don't know. I mean, it seems like an Assassin's Creed game. If you want a bite-sized Assassin's Creed game for 20 bucks, this is the option. Or you could just buy, like, Assassin's Creed 2, which is also probably less than 20 bucks. If you've never played an Assassin's Creed game, I would recommend 2 over the rest. Anyhow, I've been Shadefire. This is Assassin's Creed Liberations HD, and I'll see you all around some other time. She's a ghost. That's just how sneaky she is. She can disappear at will.